Are we good to go?
Not yet, just give me 2 more minutes.
Okay.
All right, Norma, I'm going to make you host.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. And Judge, you are good to go.
All right, thank you so much. All right. I understand that Christine McDonald, that you were first? Are you here?
Good morning, Judge. Yes, I'm here on behalf of Stephen Allen Chandler with Criminal Trial Division.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. So are you with the state then? You're
I
not-
would like, no, I'm with the public defender. I'd like to
Oh, I
confirm
got you. Okay, all right. And who is your client?
Stephen Chandler. It's with Criminal Trial Division, Judge.
What's he set for today? Do you know?
He's here for a trial setting, Judge. We have a possession case pending. We have a PTD contract with the state. My client just needs a little bit longer to pay the upfront restitution.
Okay,
He should have the funds available by the 29th, but he'll have to send that money order to me. So it might take a little time for me to pay here at the courthouse.
how much time do you think you need for that to all happen?
30 days, Judge. We should.
Okay. All right. So, and is your client here, Mr. Chandler?
Yes, Your Honor, he's logged in.
Okay, Mr. Chandler, could you answer up, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yeah,
all
I'm here.
right, thank you. All right, then your request for a 30-day reset is granted if you'll get a date from Norma, please.
Sure, thank you, Judge.
You're-
After I get that date, are we excused?
Yes, you are. Unless, is there any reason probation? Would you need to talk to him for any reason, Ms. Reyes? No? Okay. All right, very well.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Have a good day. All right. Cleophas Marshall,
Good morning, Judge.
good morning. How are you?
I am well. How are you on this
Okay.
beautiful day? I apologize. I stepped out for a brief moment.
Oh, that's quite all right. So your client is Samantha Alvarez?
That's correct.
And what do you want to do today?
I'll confer very briefly, but if I'm able, I have a funeral to go to, so I want to try to make that. But I believe this is a first setting case. I'm
Mhm.
thinking, but I do want to confer.
Okay, so do you want to confer this morning before you go, or?
If I'm able to, if there's someone
Okay.
that's able to confer with me.
I would think so. You're pretty early today, so. All right, Norma, could you get him in a breakout room with us, please? And also, is your client here? Samantha Alvarez, are you here?
Did she announce this?
Well, we don't exactly do it that way, so I haven't actually called the docket. We're just talking to the lawyers who showed up first and then figuring out. Okay, Samantha, if you're here, you need to answer up.
And Your Honor, while I'm in the breakout room, I'll go and see if I can get a hold of her.
Okay, all right, sounds good. All right. Norma, if you could get him,
Yes, ma'am. And I put him in breakout room number 2.
thank
And
you.
for Christine McDonald, her case was reset for November 29th.
Okay,
Thank you, Judge. May my client and I be excused?
yes, you may. Mhm.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Miguel Naheda?
You can call.
Good morning, Judge. I have Miss Ray Sunita, or Sunita Ray, excuse me. It's a PSI. I still need to go through the PSI with her, so I need to be put in a breakout room, although I'm trying to look for her on the all these little windows, and I'm not sure I see her.
Could you answer up, Miss Ray, Sunita Ray? Are you out there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, there you go. There she is.
Very good. All right, Norma, can you get them in a breakout room, please?
And one other quick issue just for the prosecutors we have up, Judge. On one of my pro tem cases, I had worked out a deal where I tried to reject one of a night mag or a county mag case. I submitted the standard old rejection forms and was told that that's not being accepted anymore, that they have a new form. So I just chatted Mr. Hunter, but I'm not sure he's behind his computer. I just needed somebody to assist me with giving me a rejection form so that I can reject a pre-indictment night mag case.
Okay, so right now you're getting in a breakout room with your client, right? Or
Yes, Judge.
and then will you also be conferring with the state after that?
Oh, yeah, just I'm trying to get them to forward me some rejection slip. I think, Norma, you know what I'm talking about? The county mag rejection slips. Yeah, apparently the one I had signed by the judge was not sufficient. There's some new form I have to use.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll go confirm with my client. I just need to review the PSI with her judge, and then we'll be right back.
Okay, sounds good.
I'll put you in breakout room number 3.
Thank you.
Scott Hill,
Good morning, Judge.
good morning. How are you?
Good, Judge. I have 2 cases, both CTD, a Samuel Farias and a Juan Ramirez. Mr. Farias is in jail. That's an MTR that we should work out today. And then Mr. Ramirez should be online. He says he's having problems with his volume, but he's online, Judge. And I conferred with Meredith on both of these. If she's available, that would be great.
Okay. Is she available this morning? Norma?
Yes. Yes, she is.
Okay.
She should be on. I'll put you in breakout room number 4, Scott.
Thank you.
Alfonso Cabañas.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. How are you
I'm
this
here.
morning?
I'm well, Judge. Thank you. I'm
Yeah.
here on Mr. Victor Enriquez. It's in Agasol with deadly weapon.
All right, let me find him on the docket real quick.
On page 17, Judge.
Oh, thank you so much. All right. It's a first setting and he's in jail, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and what did you want to get done today?
I'd like to confer with one of the prosecutors on this case, Judge.
Okay. All right, we'll get you in a breakout room in just a second.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Alfonso, go to breakout room number 6.
Thank you, Norma.
You're welcome.
Roberto Ambrosino.
Good morning, Your Honor. I have Luke Cantu. I'm not sure if he's on the Zoom. I spoke with him yesterday about appearing today. I don't know if he appeared in person. He did not follow up on emailing me so I could send him the Zoom link. I'm not sure if he showed up in person or if he is on the Zoom.
Luke Cantu, are you out there? If you are, please answer up. Okay, do you want to try to give him a call again this morning and see if he responds?
I have called him 3 times already, Your Honor, so.
Okay, when was the last time you had any contact with him?
Yesterday, about 5 o'clock.
Okay, and did he know about this setting this morning?
Yes, I believe he did.
Okay, well, do you want to confer on it anyway? What I'm going to do is give him till noon and then we're going to issue a warrant. I mean, if he knows about the setting, he should be making an effort to get on.
Right. I can confer. I do have a 9:30 CPS hearing, but I can try to confer up until 9:30.
Okay, just confer real quick and then, I mean, you'll be free to go and we'll contact you if we hear from him before noon.
Okay.
Is that good? Okay, all right. Can council get in a breakout room with the state, please, Norma?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Go to breakout room number 7.
Sean Sheffield,
Good morning, Judge.
good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you doing, Judge?
I'm doing well, thank you. Who is your client this morning?
Maybelle Casares, she should, I apologize. She should be present, Your Honor.
All right, Mrs. Casares, if you're out there, would you answer up, please?
She has her video. Ms.
Good
Casares, you
morning.
need to unmute.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, all right, thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right, so Mr. Sheffield, what did you want to do? I do see that your client is here.
Yes, Your Honor. If I could confer with Meredith. Well, we've been working on this case, Your Honor.
Okay. I know she was in with someone earlier. I'm not sure if she's done, but we'll get you in a breakout room with her.
Great. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, those are the only attorneys on the early list. Is there someone?
Judge, this is Joanne Akel.
Oh, hi, how are you?
I'm well, Judge. How are you?
I'm
I
good.
have Juan Balderas. I filed a competency evaluation on that, Judge,
Oh,
so-
you did. Okay, when did you file it?
yesterday.
Oh, okay.
But-
So I'm assuming they're going to send that down or to Carruthers Court.
I would assume so also, Judge. And could I confer with my client before I'm excused?
Okay, and give me your client's name again, please.
Balderas, Judge. Juan Balderas, he's in custody.
Okay, so I wonder, is he in the courtroom, Norma? Or
He's on the Zoom, Judge. I see him on the Zoom.
okay, could you put Mr. Balderas in a breakout room with his attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Judge, then may I be excused after I've conferred with him?
Yes, but Norma, will you just double check on that motion to have him evaluated and see if it's been forwarded or the status of that? Okay, thank you.
Joanne, go to breakout room number 8 and make sure you come back with your client to the main room so he can be excused from the main room.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Judge, I sent you a list of other attorneys.
Breakout room number 8, Joanne.
Judge, it's Melissa Christian. May I approach?
Yes,
Good morning. Nice to see you.
good to see you too.
Judge, I have defendant Mario Guerra. He is on Zoom in one of your squares. And I have been conferring with Michelle Hayden. She is brand new to this court and we have been conferring by email. There's still a little bit of outstanding discovery, although she was fantastic and got me a bunch of stuff yesterday. So we are going to need a reset just to get the remainder of the discovery, like CPS records and medical records and things like that.
Okay. All right, so a 30-day reset.
We can give it a whirl. That's fine with me, Judge.
Okay, that's granted. Could you give him a new date, please, Norma?
They can come back on the 30th, November 30th, Judge.
Okay.
Great. May I be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, you may. And was your client here? You said he was, right?
He is. Speak up, Mr. There he is. Did you see him?
Okay. Yes. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
You too.
Judge.
You're welcome.
Judge, this is Tony Hernandez. I don't know if my case was called. It's an MTR on Ben Williams, Benjamin Williams.
Hold
If
on.
we could confer.
I can put you in a breakout room, Tony.
Thank you.
Okay. Understand. Patrick Ballantyne, are you out there?
Right here, Judge. I'm here on John Ellis. I'd like to get into a breakout room with Mr. Ellis if that can be arranged.
Okay. I'm sorry. Is it a trial setting or what is it?
I don't believe it's a trial setting. So
I guess as opposed to MTR PSI or just on the regular docket. Oh, here it is. Could you get him in a breakout?
Hello, how you doing?
Did you say with the state or with your client, Patrick?
with my client at this time, please.
All right, thank you.
I can put you in breakout room number 10.
Thank you.
Will Brooks.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Thank you. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
I have Mr. Mosley this morning. It's a first post-indictment setting.
Okay.
Family violence, and I'd like to confer with the prosecutor if I may, Judge.
Sure.
And Judge, if I may, I've got a 10 a.m. protective order hearing in presiding court. This is my only other court. So if I have to step out to handle that, I'll be back as soon as I'm done there, Judge, to handle this.
That's fine. All right. Norma, could you put him in a breakout room? You said with the state, right?
Yes, please, Judge.
We'll go to breakout room number 11.
Thank you, Norma.
John Winter.
Yeah, good morning, Judge. I have Lada Perez and she's set for PSI. So she's supposed to be there in the courtroom. I guess if y'all could check on that. And then if she is, if I could be put in a breakout room with her so I can go over the PSI with her.
Okay. Lada Perez, is she in the courtroom?
Yes, she is, Your Honor. She's in the courtroom.
All right. So Norma, would you put them in a breakout room?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
And Miguel Nájera is ready to go, Judge.
And was his a PSI?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Miguel, what was your client's name? I want to look over that PSI real quick. Miguel.
Of course, Judge. It is Sunita Ray, and I may be mispronouncing her first name, but last name R-E-Y.
Thank you. Just give me a second, okay?
Alfonso, is it Juan?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Victor Enriquez.
Okay. Can you go back to breakout room number 6? And I'll send him there. Mr. Enriquez, go to breakout room number 6.
All right, I guess what the information I don't think I have that I need would what the terms of the plea agreement were on Sunita Ray.
It was a probation recommendation, silent on deferred. So the only thing I believe you have to decide today is the deferred adjudication. And I'm confirming that right now. I have the plea paperwork in front of me. So it was prosecution for a third-degree injury to a child. They were assessing 10 years, making a recommendation of community supervision, but no recommendation as to the deferred adjudication.
So rec on probation, silent on deferred. Was there a fine?
Not one listed here, Judge. It is also concurrent with a county court case, and there's another county court case being taken into consideration.
Can I have those numbers? Do you have them?
Sure, I do, Judge. The concurrent case will be County Court 548409.
Mm-hmm.
And then the cause taken into consideration is County Court 581238.
What were their recommended conditions of probation?
Affirmative finding of family violence, $100 to an approved family violence center under CCP 52A and 52A.504, excuse me. A no contact order with Anishan Kami, and I'm going to spell that, Judge. It's NISHAN, last name KAMI.
Okay.
And then Bhumika Kami, which is spelled BHUMIKA, and then last name KAMI. Rebecca Kami, first name spelled REBIKA, same last name. And then Nabeen Kami, first name spelled N as in Nancy, ABIN. And then no contact with Roosevelt, you pull it. Spelled Roosevelt and then the letter U and then pull it. And I think that's it. Ms. Hayden will confirm.
Any community service or such thing? Any anger management or family violence counseling, anything like that?
It wasn't written on the plea agreement, Judge. I expected Ms. Hayden was probably going to ask for those things from Judge Boyd, but I won't speak for her, Judge. I'll let her speak.
Okay. All right.
Judge, just so you're aware, this is I my second or third week in the court. So I didn't actually take this plea. It might be helpful to actually get the plea paperwork. Miguel, do you have a copy or should we get one from?
No, I have a copy. That's
Robert
what I
or-
was reading to the judge
Okay.
from the plea page. You want me
Yeah.
to, I can scan it and email it.
Yeah, well, I'm sure I can get it from Robert or Lupe. But I think that would be helpful.
I can scan it to you, Michelle.
Okay, thank you.
Let me know when you're both ready to proceed. I'm ready.
And I'm ready as well, Judge, just once Miss Hayden's ready to go.
Okay. Oh, I do see anger management, though. I just noticed. Okay. At least it was a recommendation from the probation department. It may not have been part of the stated on the plea agreement.
And Judge, I don't see it on the plea agreement. I can forward this to you as well, but I do think that would be beneficial.
Okay. All right.
Sometimes they cut off though in these
Yeah.
paperwork that we do on Adobe.
Okay. You don't need to send it. I would have done it anyway, to tell you the truth, just based on the criminal history and stuff. But if y'all could verify, this would be the first felony offense. Everything else.
That is what I'm seeing from the PSI, Judge. She has no previous felony history.
Okay. Are both sides ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. The court will take up cause number 2019 CR 9790, the state of Texas versus Sunita Ray. Can I have the attorneys identify themselves for the record, please?
Michelle Hayden for the state.
Miguel Nájera for the defense.
All right. And Ms. Ray, can you hear the proceedings?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
All right. You were last present when you were last present in court. You entered into a plea agreement for the offense of bodily injury to a child by omission. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And since you were here last, a pre-sentence report and a TAP evaluation have been prepared concerning you. I have had a chance to review those. Counsel, have you had a chance to review them also?
Yes, Judge, I reviewed them and went over them with my client.
And are there any additions, deletions, corrections, or comments with regard to the PSI or anything further with regard to the issue of sentencing?
No, Your Honor, other than we would respectfully request from this honorable court to give her a chance with a deferred adjudication based on the fact that she does not have felony convictions or any felony charges other than this case, and it will assist her in trying to get employment.
All right. There was a TAP evaluation done, and it's recommending supportive outpatient treatment. You're both aware of that? Your client and you are aware?
Yes, Your Honor, we discussed that.
Okay, very well. All right. I'm going to follow the plea agreement that you've entered into with the state. I'm going to place you on 10 years deferred adjudication. The case will run concurrent with cause number 54840. I'm going to take into consideration County Court Case 581238. I am making the affirmative finding of family violence. I'm going to order a $100 donation to a family violence center, a no contact order with Nisham Bumika, Rabika, and Nabim Kami, and a no contact order with Roosevelt Upullet. I want you to take an anger management course. I also want you to go to outpatient treatment through the probation department as recommended in the TAP evaluation. And you will also be subject to frequent random UAs. All right. Is there anything further from either side?
Not from the defense, Judge.
Not from the state, Your Honor.
Okay, very well. Thank you.
Judge, may I be excused? I'm going to stick around a little bit because Mr. Nisbet's helping me with my pro tem case, but other than that, may I be excused?
You may. Your client needs to get in a breakout room with the probation department to get her further instructions. So, but you are excused. And she may have to, does she need to come by and give a print? Or was that done already when she entered her plea?
That's a good question, Judge.
Who can tell me the answer to that? No one? Okay, so I'll check with the probation officer. If she needs to come by and give a print, we'll instruct her with regard to that, okay? And you're free to go.
You can just go back to room number 3 where she was previously at.
Okay.
I'll meet her in there.
Okay, will you let her, do you know whether she'll need to come by the courtroom to give a print?
I'm not sure, but if we get word, we'll just have probation instruct her too.
Okay, sounds good.
Ms. Ray, you know how to get back to number 3?
No, I don't.
Okay, so I'll move you to number 1, okay?
Okay.
Judge, Rick Ramos is here.
Okay. Mr. Ramos?
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Who is your client?
Ira Vashawn Williams, Your Honor.
Oh. What's he set for? I'm trying to find him on the docket. Is it a trial? Is he on the trial docket or MTR or PSI?
It should be on the trial docket, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm not finding him. Your client's, what was, did you say client's name was?
Williams is the last name, Your Honor. Ira.
Wait.
Page 15, Judge, at the very top.
Thank you. Oh, Ira Vashawn Williams. Okay. What did you want to get done today?
If I could speak with the state and then with my client, Your Honor, that'd be great.
Okay, very well. Norma, could you get him in the breakout room with the state on Vashawn Williams?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thanks.
Mr. Ramos, go to breakout room number 13.
Thank you, Norma.
Megan and Enriquez is here, Judge.
Hi, good morning. Has my client Esmeralda Valdez checked in maybe in the courtroom? We've had no contact with her.
Esmeralda Valdez, are you out there? If you are, could you answer up, please?
I think the courtroom is in a breakout room, Judge.
Okay.
No, Your Honor, she is not here.
All right, thank you.
Judge, we spoke to her mom, who's the co-signer on her bond yesterday, who also hadn't had any contact with her and advised her of the court date today, but she didn't have contact with her daughter. So we've not had, I knew she didn't have the Zoom link. I didn't know if she would maybe show up in person, but we have not had contact with her for this setting.
And have you had any contact with her? I mean, since you've been on the case?
Let me see one second, Judge. She was mailed our SB7 our information when she was still in custody, but no, we have not actually spoken to her since she bonded out.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess we can give her till noon and then issue the bond forfeiture.
Okay, Judge.
I don't know if you want to make a last, attempt to see if you can get hold of her, but if we don't hear from her by noon, we'll do the bond forfeiture.
Okay, Judge, I'll give her mom another call and just let her know that may I be excused, and if she does come on, if you'll send us an email, we'll hop back on.
Sure. Absolutely. Sounds good.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Can I approach the judge?
Yes.
On Juan Ramirez CTD case, that's going to be a dismissal.
Okay.
And then on my other case, Samuel Farias.
Yes.
He's going to plead true. We have an agreement on that. And I just need to get the paperwork done and we'll do the MTR.
Okay, sounds good. And I'll pull up the MTR over here too. I think I've got it already, so.
Norma, we just need a consent to play by video. He's gonna potentially get continued, but I couldn't find him on the screen. I don't know if he's not named.
Oh.
He is named, but he doesn't have his video. All the defendants that have their videos off, you need to turn them on or you're going to be asked to come to the courtroom. You guys know the rules with Judge Boyd. She always wants your video on. If you guys do not turn your video on, you will be asked to come to the courtroom.
He might be K51. I'm not sure.
It's Juan Ramirez, right?
No, Samuel Farias. Farias.
And Mr. Ellis, you need to go put a shirt on. You can't be on Zoom without a shirt.
I'm not seeing him.
So Judge, I'm representing John Ellis, the man without a shirt. He had a family violence case, but I just noticed that had been dismissed a couple weeks ago. And so I think the only thing he has pending in the court is an evading vehicle.
Okay. His name's Ellis, you said?
Ellis, E-L-L-I-S.
Okay. So, and have you had a chance to confer on the evading?
I have not. I'd like to do that. I assume that's CTD now.
Okay, and then there's an assault listed. It's a misdemeanor. Are you on that case as well? I'm just wondering.
I believe that's the reduced case from the assault choking. So yes, I believe we are.
I see. Okay, all right. So if we could get you in a breakout room then with the state on the evading case, Norma, could you do that?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Patrick, I'll put you in breakout room number 2.
Thank you.
Judge, we have several attorneys back from the breakout rooms.
Okay.
We have John Winters. We have Mr. Cabanas back. Tilden, Matthew Allen. I don't know if Jonathan was in a breakout room.
Mr. Winters?
Yes, Judge. So we've reviewed the PSI on Lada Perez, so we're ready whenever the court is ready.
Okay.
Good morning, excuse me. May I confer with whoever in CTD's Patrick Samaniego? Please. And Norma, I know he has a warrant. We're clearing that up this afternoon. We're walking him through satellite.
Norm, or Your Honor, I just wanted to request a breakout room whenever I could be assigned to one for Mr. Urdiales' case.
Okay, Norma, can you get those two attorneys in breakout rooms?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, good morning, and I have an announcement on Mr. Victor Enriquez.
Okay. All right, what are we going to do today on Mr. Enriquez?
Your Honor, I have an offer from the state on Mr. Enriquez. I conferred with him briefly in the breakout room, but I'm gonna go visit him at the jail. But I think this case will come to a resolution, hopefully by the next setting.
All right. All right, your continuance, request for continuance is granted.
Mr. Cabanas, come back on the 30th.
Yes, ma'am.
The 30th of
November.
Okay.
You know, Norma.
You're welcome.
I guess I haven't received like the, whatever paperwork is necessary on the MTR. I forget what it was they were sending me, but.
And Judge, this is a Tilden, may I approach?
Yes.
Judge, my client has not been in contact with me for weeks. We've tried and tried. Nicole Kubiak, I don't see her on here. I don't know if she's in a waiting room possibly, but I don't even think I had an opportunity to tell her about this setting, but because she just hadn't been around.
What's her name?
Nicole Shubiak.
Nicole Shubiak, are you out there? Are you online? If you are, please answer up. Okay. So Tilden, have you ever had contact with her though? Is it just this setting or?
I have in the past, but it's been months.
Okay.
Got a new phone number. She talked to my staff some time back, but then we tried calling. It's either not working or refuses calls or doesn't answer.
All right. So did you want to confer today or do you want us just to wait till noon and if she doesn't show up, issue the warrant?
I probably allowed her, unfortunately, and I will keep trying to get a hold of her.
Okay. So, and if you get hold of her, then have her pop on here this morning. And if not, well, we'll just issue the warrant at noon. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Have a good day.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Yeah. Give me just a second, please.
No problem. Thank you so much.
Here we go. All right, what is it, Cleophas?
I've conferred on Samantha Alvarez. I've been given a decent offer. I want to communicate it with her. She's not on Zoom. I have attempted to contact her with the number that we have. It is a good number. I'll continue to try to do so. Hopefully we can get her here before noon.
Okay. We'll put it, we'll give her till noon before we issue the bond forfeiture, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Get hold of her then, and you want to do something, then let me know.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Judge, this is Joanne Akel. May I approach?
Yes.
Judge, I've conferred with my client. I guess I would be asking for my client and I to be excused at this time.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so Mr. Balderas, it's a fifth setting. And so what is the status again, or what's happening with this case?
Judge, I filed a motion for a competency evaluation.
Oh, that's correct. Okay. All right, well, we'll get can you give her a regular reset on Juan Balderas, please, Norma?
I'll do November the 30th.
All right.
Well, thank you, Judge. May we be excused?
Yes, you may. Have a good day.
Thank you, you too.
John, were you waiting to address the court?
Judge, no, we're just ready on that PSI, so.
Okay, was I waiting on any paperwork? I mean, I think I had the PSI, I just didn't know if there was any other forms that needed to be done, but let me just find that PSI.
Okay, Judge.
Okay.
Judge, if the state can have a little more time to review, we also have a victim impact statement.
Okay, did you say you need more time to get ready?
Well, just a little more time this morning to review the PSI, but we can do it today.
Okay, all right. Will you let me know when you're ready?
Yes, Judge. And I think, has she filled out a consent for?
Okay, that was my question.
I thought we did all that paperwork. I'm hoping we did.
Okay, I can't tell from where I am. So you guys are going to have to figure that out because I don't know. All I want you to do is tell me when you're ready. Check with the clerk, I guess.
What is she missing, Meredith? I'm sorry, I was on the phone.
Oh, no worries. I was just asking if they filled out the consent for Zoom.
Yeah, if it's a PSI, we have it already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And do I have it?
You may not have it, Judge. The consent knows. We
Okay.
would have it when she first pled.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. All right. That makes sense. All right. So John, whenever the state needs a little time to review, and actually so do I, just kind of want to read it real quick. So I'll check in just a few minutes and see if we're ready yet.
Okay, Judge.
Okay. I'm sorry, your client's name one more time?
Lada Perez.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I see it right here.
Hello, Judge Patrick Valentine. May I approach?
Yes.
So we figured out that John Ellis has an outstanding warrant on that reduced family violence case. So I'm going to need to get him booked through on that before we can proceed on any of this.
Okay. So what's your plan?
If we can get a reset from the court on this evading, I'll get him booked through on the
Okay.
misdemeanor case this week.
And did you get an offer on the evading?
I have not gotten an offer. I guess
Okay.
I need to speak to CTD if I'm going to get an offer.
Yeah, could you get an offer and then I'll release you and grant you the reset?
Sounds good.
Okay, thank you.
Judge, can I also approach?
Could you give me just a minute? I really am just trying to finish reading this PSI. I'd like to get through. Give me a sec.
Of course.
Excuse me, Judge, may I speak to my attorney, please?
Hold on.
Good morning, ma'am.
Hold on.
I'm waiting for Attorney Quinn.
Just hold on, please.
Sir, you need to mute yourself. K51, wherever you are, you need to mute yourself.
On the Lada Perez case, I'm just wondering if if they sent me the terms. of the plea agreement?
I can get you that, Judge.
All right, thank you. Okay, well, I have read the PSI on Lada Perez, and then I'm just going to look at the terms of the plea agreement. So then state one, is this the one where the state needs time to finish reading the PSI and the TAP and stuff?
Yes, Judge, just a few more minutes, please. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, who else wanted to approach? Was there an attorney waiting to talk to me?
I do, Judge.
Okay,
All of us.
okay, there's two of you. Okay. Go for it. One of you go ahead and tell me what you're waiting.
Well, Judge, I have Esidro Reyes. He's on the docket today.
Okay.
And he also has a misdemeanor DWI. And when we conferred last time, the offer was that they'd take into consideration the retaliation if he pleads in County Court 1 on the DWI, which is set for November 3rd. So he intends to do that. And if we could just get it reset, or I can check back with the court after he pleads and let them know so we can resolve the case in this court.
All right. I think maybe we would give you a regular reset. And if that happens before that and you want to come in sooner, I'm sure you can just call the court and let them know. But
I will, Judge, I will. I just noticed that I got a setting here for 11/3, but I'll try to take care of it soon.
Okay. All right. If you could give her a new date, Norma, that would be great.
It's good seeing you, Judge.
Good to see you too. Have a good day.
You too. Do I wait or?
Yeah, wait for Norma to come and give you a date. She may be on the phone or something. I'm not sure.
Thank you, Judge. Thank
you. In there. Thank you.
You can come back on the 30th, Judge.
What, November 30th? Or,
Yes, ma'am.
or October 30th? Okay.
November 30th.
Oh, November 30th. That's good. It'll be done by then. Okay. Thanks, Norma. Have a good day, everybody. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
My attorney, Robert Jebbia, here.
All right. There was another attorney waiting to address the court.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Good morning. I got contacted last minute. I believe Rolando Arguelles is representing Vanessa Rosano.
Okay.
He left the office yesterday with flu-like symptoms, went to the Texas Med Clinic and is currently, he's not in, doesn't know what's really going on. So we'll talk to him as soon as he gets better, but did get a little blurb. I believe she is just waiting to get accepted into the PTD program. She's paid the fine. She's done the paperwork. We just needed to see if she was eligible to get put in.
Would you tell me her last name again? I'm looking for it.
Rosano, Rossano.
That's the last name? Okay.
I'm here.
Thank you. All right. And so have you conferred with the state at all today, or?
It's not my case. I was just told he said the judge just needs to push it onto the PTD application docket.
Okay. Do you know the status of like filling out the paperwork and all that for a pretrial diversion? Has that
completed and fine paid, as far as I know? Is that correct, Ms. Rosano?
I mean, paperwork and fines. As far as paperwork, I am not aware of any. And the fine, I think I was supposed to pay about
Ms. Rosano, Ms. Rosano, hold on.
Let me, Judge, let me call pretrial diversion and figure out if it's even been done. Give me one second, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Based on my lack of knowledge and what's going on, is there any way there's like a 10-day reset just for Mr. Arguelles to come in here and handle that?
Well, while you're here and the client is here, let us at least make that phone call so you can go and you can let the, Mr. Arguelles know what has to still be done. Okay.
Thank you so much, Judge.
Hang in. Victoria?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you make it into a breakout room? Yeah.
Yes, my case is CTD. It's not Joe Ray's family violence. And I think Hunter has it.
Okay. And have you had a chance to confer?
I need to confer with Hunter. This is set for a discovery compliance. There was a particular video that was missing on the evading arrest, and I
Okay.
see it on e-discovery. So I think we're good today.
Oh, you think, okay. Well, I'm sorry. Will you give me the client's name again?
Patrick Samaniego, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you think you've conferred enough, or are you still waiting to confer?
If Hunter's available, I would like to touch base with him, please.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hunter, are you out there?
Your Honor, Hunter's in the courtroom. I've sent him a text to let him.
Okay.
I'm out here, Judge.
All right. I believe Victoria would still like to confer with you on Patrick Samaniego.
Happily, Judge.
It'll be quick.
Do y'all know how to get yourselves into a breakout room? Don't look at me.
Okay, Judge.
Okay.
She still needs to pay upfront restitution, Judge.
Oh,
In
she's
order
still,
to use- Yes, for Vanessa
uh-huh.
Rosano, she needs to pay upfront restitution in order to be in the program.
Oh,
There's still an agreement that she has to pay upfront restitution. And that information has been sent out or emailed out since September 21st. So they
okay.
haven't completed anything for the pretrial diversion yet.
And do you know how much money we're talking about or no?
547.
Wow. Okay. Counsel, are you still out there?
I am, Your Honor. 547 is what's owed.
Yes.
For upfront, yes.
Is there
Upfront.
I need to make it like 2 payments, because I'm not working right now. Is there any way I can make that in a couple
Ms.
payments?
Rosano, we'll work something out. Let me talk with the work.
Okay, I'm fine.
You're good. Okay, Your Honor. So we need to make those upfront restitution payments, and that's what we're lacking to be on the PTD program, correct?
Yeah. She can't, she's not going to get in until she does that.
Understood. And maybe and again, I'm working, I just jumped on to help out Mr. Arguez. So do y'all have what's the shortest reset I could request?
I can bring you back in 30 days.
Is that the shortest? We'll take it. We'll take it. I don't know why I'm splitting hairs.
All right. Then we'll grant a continuance for 30 days on that. But admonishing your client that there is a limit to how many resets you can get to make $500 payment in order just to get into the, you know what I mean? It's like, if you can't even get over that initial hump, you're not going to get into the program. So she needs to get on it.
Ms. Rosano, we have 30 days to get all that stuff in, and please contact our office right now. I'll explain what's going on. Okay.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
So she needs to come back on the 29th.
November. And that's on Zoom, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Judge, we will be here, and we will have all that information in before that date.
All right. Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can Ms. Rosano and I be dismissed, Your Honor?
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Scott, are you still out there waiting to do an MTR?
Judge, I'm filling out my paperwork right now. I just noticed it. So
Oh, okay. All right. Very good.
Your Honor, may I approach on Patrick Samaniego? I have conferred.
Yes.
State has uploaded the videos that were in question about the discovery, and
Okay.
we have received an offer.
Okay.
If we may have time to review the videos
Yeah.
and talk our client.
All right. Then your request for a reset is granted.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Victoria, come back on the 29th.
October?
No, November 29th, yeah.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. See you this afternoon. See you later.
Yeah.
Bye. Oh, this afternoon, you're coming back this afternoon?
Well, we're gonna satellite him this afternoon. I don't know if
Okay.
it's already posted though. I don't think I have to go up there.
Okay.
May I be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, you may.
Thank you.
And Judge, if I may approach as well, I'm back from a breakout, whenever the court has time.
Who's your client?
His name is Obed Yurdiales, Your Honor. Good
morning.
He's
Hold on.
present.
Okay, very good. Let me find him on my docket. Okay, here we are. So what's happening?
Judge, so we're still kind of negotiating with the state. I proposed a counteroffer, and I believe we'd just like a future trial date for this matter, but the parties are in negotiations, and I need to meet with my client again to discuss that.
Okay. Do you want to meet later, or do you want to get in a breakout room with him right now?
No, Your Honor. This we have a co-counsel. It's just this one's a little layered, so I'm gonna have to kind of do a face-to-face with him.
Okay. All right, then, and you want to get on the trial docket, is that right?
Correct, Your Honor.
Norma, could you give him his trial setting, please?
Yes, ma'am.
And thank you, Judge. I know you're busy this morning.
It's just hard to read it when you're trying to read. You can't multitask. When I can't, I just lose my train of thought. So I needed to finish that. So.
We'll do January the 12th.
Very good. All right. Did you hear your new date?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor, and
right.
thank you. And may Obed and I be excused, Judge?
Yeah. So he heard the date too, right, Mr.
January 12th, ma'am.
Okay. Very good.
Thank you, your judge.
You're welcome.
You have a great day.
You too.
Thank you, Your Honor. You take care.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Did I see an attorney waiting to address the court?
Yes, Judge. Oh, I'm sorry. On Jose Parada.
Okay. All right, what are we doing on Jose Parada?
I conferred. We're going to need a trial date for Mr. Parada.
Okay. All right, Norma, could you give them a new date, a trial date?
Okay.
And was he present in court, Mr. Parada? I mean, on Zoom?
He should have been on the Zoom.
Can you answer up, please, Mr. Parada?
Oh, he's right there. He's the one that says iPhone. He's waving.
Let me get to the right one.
It's a green shirt with the fence in the background.
Judge, it's only a second setting. I don't think they've had a plea deadline yet.
Okay.
I can reset it for like 30 days.
Okay. Is that all right, counsel?
Sure, Judge. If we can't get on the trial docket yet, yeah, the earliest available setting.
Okay. And did you say they did give you an offer on the case already, right?
Not a to be honest, not a firm offer, but they've given me an idea of what they're going to offer, and it's pretty far apart. So
Okay. All right, well, it looks like you're getting a 30-day reset to continue discussing and maybe do any motions and, discovery motion, pre-trial motions, you could get those done, okay?
Okay, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Come back on the 30th.
November 30th, yeah.
On November 30th?
Yes, November 30th.
Okay, thank you, Judge. May we be excused?
Yes, you may.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Judge, is my lawyer here?
So when your attorney gets here, he'll ask for you, for you. Just be patient, please.
Sit back. Putting your head, there you go.
Good morning, Judge Norma. Robert Gaona for Joseph Glass.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Good, thank you.
Long time no see.
I know, it has been a while. When I saw you pop up there a minute ago, I was like, oh, wow, I haven't seen you in ages. Okay, so let me find him on my docket real quick.
Thank you, Judge.
Mhm. Okay, what are we going to do today?
Judge, he's had a violation report. The notice that I received for this morning was to appear for, to address that issue. Phone number he has is not being answered. And I left a text on the same phone number. Violation report by the pretrial services indicate the same thing, no contact.
Joseph Glass, are you out there? Are you joining? Do you have any indication that he's here? It doesn't look like it. And is that what's being pretty much alleged on the violation report, that nobody can get hold of him?
Yes, Your Honor. Oh, yeah, I'm the pretrial officer, Your Honor. I can talk about Mr. Glass here. Yeah, I've been completely unable to get a hold of him. We didn't have too many contact numbers for him.
Okay.
And he didn't check in with me. I haven't been able to get a hold of him. And no attempts have been made on his part to reach me, it appears.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to counsel. I think I just need to issue a warrant, see if we can get him reestablish contact.
Sounds good, Judge. I appreciate your time.
All right. No problem.
Take care.
You too. Good to see you.
You too, man.
And may I be excused, Your
Yes,
Honor?
okay. Thank you for providing the information.
Appreciate it. You have a good day.
You too.
And Judge, this is Tony Adonis, so I can announce whenever the court has a minute.
Okay. What's your client's name, please?
Benjamin David Williams. It's an MTR and 2 new cases.
Okay. And what's happening?
Judge, I've conferred with Joe Ray, and I've discussed some things with my client. There's some discovery that I need to review with him on the new cases. So if we could have 30 days, that'd be great.
Okay. How old are the new cases? Oh, those are first settings, right?
They're first settings, yes.
Okay. All right.
And then I think this is the first setting on the MTR.
And then is the state okay with the reset on the MTR? Does that allege the new number ones, or is it technicals, or what's
It's
happening?
both, Judge.
Both. State, who are you conferring with?
With Joe Ray Garcia, Ms. Garcia.
Okay. Are you available to chime in on this, Ms. Garcia?
Yes, Judge, and that's right. It's technicals and 2 new number ones alleged in the MTR.
Okay, and so are you in agreement with resetting the MTR?
Yes, for defense to review the number ones and evidence
Okay.
as to the reset.
All right, then I'm going to go ahead and grant a continuance on those 3 matters. Wait for Norma. She may be on the phone.
Sorry, Judge, I thought it was unmuted. November 29th.
Okay, did you hear your date?
I did, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, and Mr. Williams, did you hear your date?
But Judge, he's in the breakout room. I can let him know. I'll go back and let him know.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Joey.
You have a good day.
You too.
Judge, this is Sean Sheffield, when you have a moment.
Okay.
Your Honor, I was hoping to meet with Meredith.
Oh, what happened?
I met with Hunter and then was waiting for Meredith, and I don't know if she was busy.
I think I see her.
I'm here. I mean, I don't know, Judge. It's up to you. I don't know if you want to do that PSI first or.
Well, are we ready on the PSI?
Yeah, I just conferred with John and we are ready to proceed.
Okay. All right, then counsel, can you just hang in there while we do this?
Not a problem.
Real quick. All right.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Just so you know, Judge, I do have, the defendant and also her sister to testify. It won't take long, but I just wanted you to be aware of that.
Okay. All right.
Between the arrows.
Mr. Guerra, I'm on.
And we're doing Lada Perez. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Ms. Perez, can you hear us?
Yes.
All right. The court will take up cause number 2020 CR 11695, the state of Texas versus Lada Perez. Can I have the attorneys identify themselves for the record, please?
Meredith McIntyre for the state.
John Winter for the defendant.
All right. Thank you. Ms. Perez, the last time you were in court, you entered into a plea agreement on the offense of robbery. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And since you were here last, a pre-sentence report and a TAP evaluation have been prepared concerning you. I've had a chance to review those. Counsel, have you had a chance to review them also?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are there any additions, deletions, corrections, or comments with regard to the PSI or anything further with regard to the issue of sentencing?
Judge, we just want to point out that according to the PSI, it checks off that weapons were used, and then it describes the weapon as her hands. Of course, she did, and she admits that she assaulted this young lady, but there were no actual weapons, no knives, no guns, nothing of that nature used. And so we wanted to point that out. In addition, we would like to call Lada and her sister briefly to testify on sentencing.
All right, very well. Go ahead and call your first witness.
Thank you, Judge. Judge, I call Julia Farias.
Ms. Farias, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Would you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All
I need
right.
you to speak up, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Proceed, counsel.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Julia, how are you related to Lada Perez?
Older sister?
You're her older sister. And so how old are you?
I'm 30.
Okay. And what kind of person is Lada? Is Lada somebody who's a responsible woman?
Yes, she is. She has a generous heart, responsible woman, reliable, mature, giving, sweet, present mother, a hard worker.
And you mentioned she's a mother. She has how many children?
She has 1 2-year-old son.
1 2-year-old son. And is she the one who's primarily taking care of that child?
Yes, unfortunately, she is the sole parent and the only parent present in his life due to the father being a victim of an act of violence. So he's no longer with us.
The father was murdered, correct?
Yes, he was murdered.
Okay. Now getting back to Lada, is she working currently?
She is working. I currently own a beauty bar and boutique, so she does work for me.
She works for you. And what kind of, not just sister, but what kind of employee is she? Is she reliable?
She is reliable. In fact, she's early for all her shifts and she goes above and beyond. I provide her with a daily list of tasks that I need done, and she overachieves that as well. She helps out all my other employees, so she does more tasks than given to her.
And so this is a job that she relies on and that you rely on her. And if she's given probation, will she continue to work there?
She will continue to work, as she is definitely needed on a daily basis there at the shop.
Okay. And more than that, being her sister as well, do you, other family members, do y'all have the ability to support her, to help her through any conditions that she may have as part of her probation?
Yeah, she has a full support system. Both parents, there are 6 of us siblings to hold her accountable. And then we have a full 16 uncles and aunts as well that are all here to support her and ensure that she stays the line that she needs to stay in.
Okay. And of course, there's going to be probably a lot of things for her to do according to the pre-sentence investigation report. In addition to reporting to probation, she will probably have to do some type of outpatient treatment, some type of restitution to be paid, community service. So all those things, can she count on you and the other family members to help her do the things that she needs to do?
She can, and as her boss as well, she has made me aware of all the time that she may need off and the restitution. So she is willing to pick up more shifts to be able to pay restitution and time off, and we're all going to ensure that she does what she needs to do and be where she needs to be at.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to tell the judge about Lada?
I do just want to make it known that it is dire for her to be in her son's life every day, being that she is the only parent and we have suffered a lot with the loss of her son's father. So we do want her in her son's life on a daily basis as he needs her.
Thank you. I pass the witness.
All right. State, do you wish to inquire?
Just a few questions, Judge.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am, can you say your name again?
Julia Farias.
Julia, okay. Sorry, there's a lot of boxes on this screen, so I'm trying to make sure I'm speaking to the correct person. Julia, are you familiar with the facts of the case here against your sister?
Yes, ma'am.
So you then understand that she and 2 other females dragged our victim, Jasmine, out of a car, beat her up and stole her iPhone and jewelry and left her by the side of the road. Are you familiar with that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so it is your opinion, and what you're telling this court is you think that probation is an appropriate punishment for that type of offense?
Along with everything required of the probation, yes, ma'am.
Okay. You also understand that she was given the best plea bargain of the group, considering her lack of criminal history. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so you're telling this court that you will assist her with any terms of probation?
Yes, ma'am.
Because according to her version, she doesn't need treatment. She doesn't need any alcohol treatment. Would you agree with that?
I do agree.
Okay. No further questions, Judge, for this witness.
All right, very well. Anything further, counsel?
No, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am, you may step down. Could you call your next witness, please?
Thank you, Judge. I call Lada Perez.
Lada, are you there?
Yes, Your Honor.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, please proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
So Lada, you're here today to find out what's going to happen to you. And as you know, the agreement is what that you've agreed to is you're asking the judge to give you deferred adjudication or regular probation, but the state is opposed to it, and the state is asking for 3 years in prison. So you're aware of that, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Why can't I see her? I'm not seeing her. Is she?
She's under 187.
Yeah, she's in the, Judge.
Okay, I got it. All right, thank you. Please proceed.
thank you, Judge.
Mhm.
And so you're aware of that, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, let's talk a little bit about your situation. Now, you heard what your sister stated about you have a son, right?
Correct.
And make sure you speak up nice and clear.
Correct. Yes, I have a son.
Yes, and he's 2 years old.
Yes.
Okay. And where is he right now?
Right now, he's with my mom.
I'm sorry, could you speak up a little bit, please?
He's with my mom right now.
Okay. And so you have family who helps you, through things like this, helps you with your son, helps you with things, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what happened to his father?
He was murdered
And when was that? When was he murdered?
in 2018.
In 2018? So it's been difficult raising your son alone, correct?
Yes, sir.
But you managed to do it, I'm sure, with help from your family. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what have you done to, to put yourself in a position? Well, let me back up a little bit. According to the PSI, you had to drop out of school in order to have your son, correct?
Correct.
But you still managed to go back and get your diploma, right?
Correct. Yes, I got my diploma from SA Leadership.
Okay. And what have you done other than the diploma? What have you done as far as like any kind of vocational training, anything to better yourself for the future and your son's future?
I got certified to be a lash tech, and now I'm looking to get licensed to practice on people.
Okay. So your plan is to be a licensed lash technician, right?
Yes.
And that's something you could work maybe with your sister's salon, right?
Yes.
And you feel that that would provide good support for you and your son?
Yes.
Okay. And so you know that there's money owed to this young lady because of some items that were taken from her. There was a cell phone taken and some jewelry as well taken. And we've discussed that, right?
Yes.
And you know that the amount of restitution that's owed is $2,131.29, right?
Yes.
Now, you also know that the two young ladies who were charged along with you, they've gone to prison for like 6 years on one and maybe 6 or 7 years on the other, correct?
Correct.
So chances are the person who's going to be responsible for paying that off is the person who gets probation. That'd be you, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, are you willing to pay off that restitution to do what you can to make sure that this young lady is made economically whole?
Yes.
Okay. Did you bring any money with you today to help in that?
Yes, I brought $400.
$400.
Yes.
Okay. And you want to pay that towards restitution, right?
Yes.
Okay. And now there's no way that you can make up for what happened, but would you like to tell the court and Jasmine, would you like to tell them anything about this situation?
I would like to say I'm sorry to Jasmine. I know that my actions affected her a lot, and I learned from my mistakes, and it's something I will never do again. And I don't want to ever do this to anybody else. And I don't want my son to pay for my mistakes.
And you're asking the judge to give you a chance on probation, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you heard the prosecutor state something along the lines of, you don't feel that you need any treatment for alcohol. So are you willing to do whatever the court requires you to do as part of
Yes.
the probation?
Yes, whatever it takes.
Okay. I pass the witness.
All right, State, do you wish to inquire?
Just a few questions, Judge.
All right.
Lada, in reading the pre-sentence investigation report, so the interview you had with probation, it seems to me like you're trying to blame the other females involved and say that you were just kind of along for the ride. Is that how you feel about this?
I feel like I did play a role in this and I do take accountable for my actions, but I just also feel like I was scared at the time.
And also in the report that talks about any substance abuse problems, they indicated that you're not motivated for treatment.
No,
You don't need any sort of treatment for your alcohol problems?
I don't consume alcohol.
Okay, well, when this offense happened,
At the time.
were you consuming alcohol then?
Yes.
Okay. And you're aware that this incident was captured on an iPhone video and posted on social media. You're aware of that, right?
I never posted anything. I'm not aware if anybody else did.
Okay. And so are you admitting then to this court that you did play a part in this robbery, that you punched her, drug her out of the car, and left her on the side of the road while stealing her iPhone and jewelry?
I didn't take anything from her, but I did hit her.
Okay. And Lada, if this were someone in your family, let's say hypothetically this was your sister, and she was drugged from a car, kicked in the head, punched, and things were stolen from her, and she was left on the side of the road with this videoed and put on social media, would you say, oh, probation's an appropriate punishment for that offense?
I mean, given all the requirements of the probation, yes.
Okay, nothing further, Judge.
Counsel, anything further?
Yes, Your Honor. So Lada, since we're getting into what happened that night, were you the one of the girls who dragged the young lady Jasmine? Were you one of the girls who dragged her out of the car?
No, sir.
Okay. When she was dragged out of the car, what did you do?
I was confused and I was scared. I didn't know why this was happening. And so I felt like if I didn't do anything that they would do this to me. So I went ahead and hit her.
Well, and we want to make sure that we're clear on that. You know, of your own free will, took part in that, right? You saw them beating up Jasmine and you took part in that, correct?
Correct.
And you're telling that you're not shying away from that in front of the judge, right? You're here to tell the judge you're taking responsibility for that, right?
Right.
And you're
Right.
telling Jasmine as well. You've already apologized once. You're telling her what you're responsible for, right?
Correct.
Okay. At the time that it happened, were you aware that they planned on taking her jewelry and her cell phone?
No.
Okay, but you saw it happen, right?
Yes.
And you got back into the car with these people.
Yes. I needed to go home. I was far from home and I didn't know what else to do.
Right, right. But like I said, you were aware of all of this, and you took part in striking her, right, and punching her.
Correct.
Okay, so we're not trying to tell the judge, that you didn't have anything to do with this, right?
Correct.
Right. But what you're telling the judge is that, you've never been in trouble before, right?
Right.
This isn't the kind of thing that Lada Perez goes around doing, right?
Right.
This isn't the kind of thing that you're going to do in the future. This is kind of a scary thing for you standing in front of the court, right?
Yes.
I mean, you're looking at your freedom here, right?
Yes,
And it's all because of what? It's all because of what you did to Jasmine, right?
right.
So based on all that, and like the prosecutor said, you know, if it happened to your sister, you may not feel good about somebody like that getting probation, right?
Right.
But you've got to tell the judge why you should get probation. So why should you get probation?
I should get probation because I'm a mother and I was lost at the time. That wasn't me. I learned from my mistakes. And
You
know
have plans, right?
I have plans for the future.
You have plans for you, right?
And I'll do whatever it takes if I get probation to do what I need to do and complete my goals in the future for me and my son.
I pass the witness.
Anything further, State?
No, nothing further, Judge, just argument.
All right, you may step down. Were you putting anything on, Meredith?
No, Judge, just argument, and then later we'll have a victim impact statement.
I see. Okay, all right, well then I'll hear argument. State?
Your Honor, this is the type of offense that the state feels like probation is in any form is not appropriate. As you can see from the pre-sentence investigation report, as well as the reports and everything like that, this defendant participated with a group of people in removing a person who just wanted a ride home from a party, a young woman, from a car, continuing to assault her repeatedly while taking items, whether or not she admits to knowing that the items were being taken at the time, repeatedly being assaulted. And all of this was captured on a video. It's hard to identify, but the victim was able to identify some of the actors, which is why we were able to make cases on them. Other actors were not able to be identified. She was left by the side of the road and was very traumatized, as you can imagine. Just for some perspective, the two other female co-defendants, their applications were denied. One of them received 6 years and one of them received 8. So when the state made our original offer to this defendant, Ms. Lada Perez, we took into account the fact that she does not have much in the way of criminal history, if at all, and of the group was probably the least culpable, but still very much a party to the offense and a participant. So for all these things, and in addition, we don't really feel like she's taking full responsibility. Based on what she told the officer, kind of made it sound like she was along for the ride. Also says in her tap that she's not motivated for treatment. When alcohol, what she claimed alcohol was to blame at the time of the offense. And for these reasons, Judge, we're asking that you deny her application and sentence her to the 3 years.
All right. And while we're on the subject of the plea agreement, I don't think I ever received what the terms of the plea agreement were. Can you set those out for me? Like, did she apply? Yeah, I just don't have any information.
It was 3 opposed, Your Honor. John, did she apply for both regular and deferred?
Yes, we applied for both regular and deferred adjudication. And the agreement was for 3 years TDC opposed to our application.
Okay, thank you. All right, counsel, argument.
Thank you, Judge. Lada is definitely the least culpable person involved in this, both in her actions, in her criminal history. My understanding, and I'm going off of memory, so forgive me if I'm wrong, but my understanding is the other 2 women who got sentenced had much more extensive criminal histories and also other cases, as well as this robbery case when they were sentenced. I don't know if they were sentenced on them or they were taken into consideration or what happened, but Lada is the one here who, if anybody should get probation, it should be Lada. She's certainly the least culpable in the actual offense, which I disagree with Meredith. I do believe that she's taken responsibility for it. She may not be the most articulate young lady out there, but she's certainly saying, you know, what she did and what she's, you know, what she's taking responsibility for. She's got a good family who's going to help her through this. When I told her that prison is a possibility today, she didn't shy away from that. She came to court. She made sure her son is safe with her mother. You know, she's able to plan these things just like she's planned for the good things in her life by getting her eyelash technician certificate, by working with her sister at that salon, which hopefully will lead to better things. She's had a difficult time, you know. The father of her child was murdered. She's living in not assisted housing, but you know, Section 8 housing now. But she's still trying to make plans for a better future. And, you know, let's not forget, probation is still a type of punishment. It doesn't mean that she's not getting punished for this offense. She will be punished. She'll be held responsible. She'll be supervised. She'll have to make restitution to Jasmine. And she's willing to do that. She's willing to do these things because it's the right thing to do. And I think when you look at everything together, yes, it was a terrible thing that happened to Jasmine, and yes, Lada took part in that. But she's here to ask for probation, and I think that she can successfully complete probation. And I think that the interests of the community, of Jasmine, and justice are served by her getting probation.
All right. I'm going to follow the plea agreement that you entered into with the state. I'm going to assess punishment at 3 years confinement in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. You will be given credit for any time that you've already served. I'm going to order restitution to Jasmine. What's her last name? Jasmine's last name?
Reyes, Judge.
Restitution to Jasmine Reyes in the amount of $2,139.21. Ordering that as a condition of parole. I'm also going to recommend, if it hasn't already been done, that the victim be put in contact with the Victim Assistance Program for possible help with any expenses that are not being covered by her insurance for medical care that she continues to need for both physical and mental issues. Is there anything further from either side?
No, Your Honor, just a victim impact statement when the court is ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, it'd be under Victoria Reyes. Victoria, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, the court is ready for the victim impact statement.
Okay. Well, first of all, I just want to thank you, Judge, for everything that you've done right now. I'm a mother, so I've heard Lada's story of, the fact that she is a mother as well, which makes me ask, why was she out at this time? Why was she not with her son? The fact that I'm a mother, I would think that she would be trying to teach her son these values. And that's what a mother does. Right now, if she can even imagine someone beating her son, leaving him bleeding, having to have CAT scans done. My daughter has a mass in her head. She will need surgery. My daughter has depression, PTSD. She quit her job. She wasn't even going to go to graduation. That was her senior year. My daughter went through so much. And for Lada, I wasn't asking for her to serve as much as the other girls, because I know they told me her criminal history, which she didn't have one. But the thing is, probation was not enough. That would not have been justice being served, because I know she's the one who had less of involvement. But the thing is, it doesn't matter what you do. You steal a piece of gum versus stealing something more valuable. Theft is theft. This is an assault as well. Even a small part that she took in it, but she's still accountable for it. And I understand that she has said she's sorry. And I'm not a hateful person asking, vengeful either. But all I want is, my daughter, justice being served, and this never to happen to someone else's child. And I hope she learns from this as well, and also not to hang around with those type of people that she was involved with, because obviously they were the wrong crowd. And I feel bad that now she has to pay for this, for that one time that she had to be involved. But at that time, she also had the choice to make. She could have just took off. She could have not took any part in it. And right now, we wouldn't be here right now. And that's all. And I've heard also as well that the father of her child was murdered. If hearing that and you've gone through something so traumatic, why would you do this to someone else? If you have passed through this as well, having support of your family, then why didn't they ever guide you on the right path to tell you don't hang around with these people, stay home and take care of your child? So I feel for them because I'm a mother, so I feel for her mother as well. And I just hope that she learns from this and never to do this again and not to associate with those kind of people. My daughter now is left to deal with the aftermath. And it's just hard because we can't take it back. We can't go back in time. I can't go back to that time to protect her. And now all I can ask is for justice to be served. And I'm happy that it has, because this can never happen to someone else. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome. All right, I'll remand you to the custody of the sheriff. Anything else from either side?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, very well. Have a good day. John, you're welcome. All right, what's next?
Judge, this is Scott Hill. I think all the paperwork is done. Not that there's that much paperwork, but I don't know if you have it yet or not.
And what am I looking for? What's the nature?
A consent to do this by video.
Okay. They might not even send that to me, is my understanding. So really, and this is an MTR?
MTR, Judge.
Okay.
It's an MTR.
All right, let me find it. Oh, it is right here. Okay. All right. Are both sides ready then to proceed on the MTR on Samuel Farias?
Yes,
Yes,
Judge.
Your Honor.
All right. The court will take up cause number 2019 CR 11791, the state of Texas versus Samuel Javier Farias. Can I have the attorneys identify themselves for the record, please?
Meredith McIntyre for the state.
All
Scott
right.
Hill for the defendant.
Thank you. Mr. Farias, can you hear the proceedings?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'm going to ask that when you're not speaking, if you mute your mic, and then when you need to respond, unmute it, respond, and then mute it again so that we don't hear all the conversation in the background of where you are, because it makes it difficult for the court reporter to get a good record.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you. Are you the same Samuel Javier Farias who in cause number 2019 CR 11791 was found guilty of the offense of robbery, and you were placed on probation by the court on the 18th day of March 2021 for a term of 6 years. Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. A motion to revoke your community supervision has been filed. State, would you mind reading the allegations that we're proceeding on?
Yes, Judge. On or about the 23rd day of July, 2021, in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Samuel Xavier Farias, committed the offense of violation of bond protective order in violation of condition number 1.
To that violation of condition number 1, how do you plead? True or not true?
True, Your Honor.
State will be waiving the remaining violations.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Farias, I need you to understand that based on your plea of true alone, that would be sufficient for me to revoke your community supervision. And what was the underlying sentence?
It's 6 years, 6
Okay.
or 6.
All right. And so you could receive 6 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. Do you understand that that's what could happen to you here today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Understanding that, then do you still wish to enter your plea of true?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Is there an agreement?
There is, Judge. We're asking the court to deny the motion, continue him on his community supervision, alter and amend his conditions to include MIC supervision, a no harmful or injurious contact order with Sabrina Olivares, dual diagnosis outpatient treatment, sober support meetings, and the BIPP class.
What was the support thing? What kind of meeting?
Sober
Oh.
support meetings
Okay.
and the BIPP class.
Mhm.
And we will be taking into consideration 2 cases, County Court Case 660-087 and 665-946.
What kind of cases are those county court cases?
It is an assault, bodily injury, married, cohabitating, and a violation of bond. And the state has spoken with that complainant.
Is that complainant also the same complainant in the number 1 that's alleged on the MTR?
Yes, Judge.
And what's the relationship between the complainant and the defendant?
It's my understanding that they were or are boyfriend, girlfriend, right, Scott?
Were, Judge.
Were, well.
They were living together, Judge.
They were living together when he picked up that new number 1?
Exactly, Judge. I was going to explain it to you. It's true, but with an explanation. The victim set up the GP, was released on GPS, but had a no contact order with her. He didn't realize that, but the GPS was registered to her house. So he had the GPS monitor on, and so he was still living with her at the time. So he wasn't technically in violation of the no contact order, but he wasn't aware of it at the time.
Oh, I wonder what brought it to the attention of law enforcement then.
That I don't know, Judge. That I don't know.
Judge, she's actually the one, and I spoke with her this morning, but she's actually the one that filled out all his paperwork for the GPS, and it was for the home that they were residing in together. I don't know what the discrepancy was or why it didn't catch anyone's attention. All I know is that the assault case, which we are going to be dismissing, was an at-large case that occurred quite some time ago, but he didn't get picked up on it till later.
Okay. All right. Was that your understanding of the agreement, counsel?
It is, Your Honor.
All right. All right, I'll go along with that. I'm going to find it's true that you violated condition number 1. I'm going to deny the motion to revoke and continue you on probation. I'm going to alter and amend the, do we already know that he is, would be accepted by the MIC unit?
That's what probation is telling me.
Who is telling you?
Probation is saying that he should be on MIC supervision.
Okay, I guess I'm assuming then that they'd already evaluated him for that.
Yes, there's a recommendation for MIC.
There was before, you mean? There was an earlier?
Yes, he had a previous screening
Oh,
back on April, back in April of this year. He had an evaluation and it was recommended for mixed screening, I'm sorry.
And then did they not order him into it at that time?
It doesn't look like it, Judge.
Okay, well, let's definitely do that. So MIC unit supervision, a no harmful or injurious contact order with Sabrina Olivares, I think the last name was. Dual diagnosis outpatient treatment, sober support meetings, the BIP classes. I'm going to take into consideration county court cases 660-087 and 665-946. Have I left anything out?
No, Your Honor.
And then, of course, all the prior conditions of probation are still in effect because I'm assuming that there was a condition of UAs. I'm going to go ahead and, if not, or just to be sure, I'm going to order frequent random UAs. All right. Very well. Do you need to meet with Mr. Farias in a breakout room?
I do, Judge.
Okay, well, we'll put you, we'll do that. And then counsel, do you want to be there or do you just want to be released by the court?
I'll be released, Judge, if it's okay with the court.
Okay, that's fine. Have a good day.
Thank you, Judge. You too.
All right.
Yeah, approach, Your Honor, when the court has a chance. This is David Cuellar.
Yes.
I am representing Mark Hurtado with an H. It's 2021-6028.
2021, what was it?
6028.
Hold on.
2021.
He's on page 16, Judge, on the top.
Okay. All right. So what are we doing, David?
Your Honor, it's actually set for a status update for pre-trial diversion. And I wanted to let the court know that he has been accepted. I have the agreement in my hand right now.
Okay.
And we can get that signed and returned this week.
Okay.
As soon as we get out of here.
All right. Will this require another setting, Norma?
Yes, ma'am. I'll reset it for November 29th to make sure that it's been completed, Judge.
Okay.
And if it's been completed, then they don't have to return.
Okay.
All right.
Will you let your client know? Is he here, Mr. Hurtado?
Yes, I'm here. He's here. He's been here the whole time.
Okay, so your new date is November 29th.
Thank you.
You're
And
welcome.
Mark will talk. I'll give you a call, okay?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Farias, can you please go to breakout room number 1? I sent you the invite.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
May I be excused?
Yes, you may.
You can leave also, Mark.
And Judge Patrick is asking to come back on October 27th.
Okay, that'll be fine.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Judge, this is Roger Pettis. May I approach?
Yes.
And that's going to be for.
Oh, hold on.
It's going to be for a judge.
Wow, but you were really cutting. I hope that's not going to be my internet connection getting bad, but I didn't catch that. Okay, Mr. Pettis.
Yes, I conferred with Joe Ray Garcia on Summer Johnson.
Okay.
I'm not sure what page, Norma.
I've got it. I've got it in front of me.
Okay, we've agreed to bump it back about 30 days so I could provide additional information regarding the issues.
Okay. You want to reset it for 3 days? Is that what you said?
30 days, Your Honor.
30. Okay. All right. That's granted.
And then she's got the reason for this MTR is she's got a matter in the Tarrant County area. So can we make a note to allow her to travel for legal matters to Tarrant County?
Yes.
Okay.
Her probation officer probably needs to know about that.
Great. So
Okay.
I'll reach out to Ms. Reyes regarding Summer Johnson to allow her permission to travel for that.
Very good. Okay.
Great.
Sounds-
Norma, so you will send something in the computer, in the email?
If you hang on a minute.
It'll be November 29th.
November 29th. Great.
November 29th.
Great. Thank you. Will that be with turkey or without turkey?
I'm sorry?
I assume it's around Thanksgiving time frame, so I don't know if I'm supposed to bring the pumpkin pie or something or whatever. All right, Judge.
Question,
Thank you
yeah.
so much. We'll be in
All
touch.
right. You have a good day.
Your Honor,
Yes,
may I approach?
yes.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good, Your Honor. I have conferred with the state. I have Mr. Carlos Narvis.
Okay, let me find him real quick. Hold on.
And I apologize for being late, Your Honor. Right now I'm in Medina County and those dockets are in person and.
Yeah. Oh, are they? Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So it takes a long time.
Yeah. Okay, so what are we gonna do on Mr. Narvaez?
Well, I have conferred with the state. They have extended an offer, couple of offers that my clients, and I have conferred with my client. He wishes to discuss this with me outside the court and mostly his family. So we're asking for a 30-day reset, Your Honor.
Okay.
It's going to be resolved.
Okay, very well. That's granted. Just hang on and get a date from Norma, please.
Okay. Yes, Your Honor.
Mhm.
And if I could get into a breakout room with my client and advise him of it.
I was reading it earlier.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I was on the phone. What was going on? You need a 30-day reset,
Okay.
Judge?
Well, she wants a 30-day reset, but also she would like to get in a breakout room with her client, Carlos Narvaez.
Okay. November 30th.
If you are United.
November
you are
30th,
not a
okay.
citizen.
And am I excused after conferring with my client, Your Honor?
Yes, you are.
Thank you so much.
Nipa, just make sure he comes back to the main room, Nipa, so I can go ahead and dismiss him from the main room.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will tell him.
And Nipa, can you go back to breakout room 2?
All righty. Let's see.
Correct. Yes, ma'am. Yep. Right there.
This goes.
Enter me right here. No. Clear. Enter, sign my name. Yep. Type, okay, I got it. Thank you. Does it show Robert on your end? Okay. I didn't see the Robert up there. Yep, Robert, I got Jay Schuyler there, but my middle name is Joseph.
Judge, may I approach?
Yes.
Hi, good morning, Jason Cadams. My client, Christian Almanza, I believe, is on the Zoom. My assistant's been speaking with the coordinator this morning about getting us a reset. We've resubmitted our pretrial diversion application. I think there was some misunderstanding with it. Either we sent it to the wrong person or it was inappropriately denied, but we've resubmitted it. And so we're asking for a short reset or recall for a few weeks to see if we can get accepted to PTD.
Have you conferred with the state today?
Not today, Judge.
Okay. I'd like to hear from the state with regard to the request. So do you remember, do you have a preference for who you would confer with?
Sure, if I can check my...
spoke to him in the past. It's one where I approved the PTD, but I believe that, Jason, correct me if I'm wrong, this is the one where I forgot to put a note in the system. So that's why it was denied.
Oh,
And so
I
I've done that since then. And so it should be approved.
That's my
And
understanding, yeah.
I did confirm that. I did call a pretrial diversion, Marcus, and they said they just have to resubmit it since it was rejected the first time. So I did call your office, Jason, and I told your secretary, I don't know who it was, to resubmit it today. So they have to just put the application in again.
That my understanding is we have done that. We've resubmitted it this morning.
Okay,
Yes.
awesome.
Thank you for that.
Okay, very good. And do they need a reset then?
Yes, ma'am. They'll just have to come back on the 29th just to
Okay.
confirm that everything's been done.
Very good.
Thank you very much.
And was your client, was the client here, was,
I see Mr. Almanza's phone on the Zoom. Mr. Almanza, could you wave your hand if you're, let me see if I can find him again.
okay.
It was
Mr.
not working.
He was just here. Oh, there, I see his, yeah, there he is. Are you able to see him, Judge?
Not yet. What am I looking
Okay.
for? What the description?
He's got, it says Christian Almanza below his picture. It should be moving now. He's got a gray shirt on. Go ahead and
Okay.
wave your hand, Mr. Almanza.
Yep, my
Okay.
microphone wasn't working.
Okay, very good. All right, so we're going to reset it until November 29th.
Excellent.
All
Thank you,
right.
Judge.
You're
May I be
welcome.
excused?
Yes, you may. Have a good day.
Thanks. You too.
Mhm.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes.
Good morning, Judge. This is Rick Ramos. I'm on Mr. Williams' case.
Okay. Could you give me your first name? I think I've got several Williams.
Ira, I-R-A. I think he was on the top of page 15, if I remember correctly, Judge.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, so what's happening?
Judge, we're currently working on a plea agreement. However, we have a sticky little situation regarding Mr. Williams being held in 2 other counties. So I'm currently working on getting arrest and release documentation to see if we can get him credit for that time. So we'd request a reset to try to get that documentation before we enter any sort of agreement.
How much time do you need for that?
I'd ask for at least about 3 weeks, Judge.
Is this a straight time plea or something? And that's why you need how many days he served over there?
That's the possibility. Yes, sure.
Okay. Is that a difficult information to get, or can you get it with a phone call, or what's?
Literally been on the phone with them all morning already, Judge, and some people are giving me, I keep hearing I got to send this fax, this email. I've sent up 3 different requests, so I don't know how hard it's going to be to get it with the
So
other.
how much of a reset do you want? How much time do you?
I think 3 weeks will give me more than enough time, Judge. I'm going to stay working on it diligently.
Norma, can we do a 3-week reset?
Yes, ma'am. Let me look at the calendar real quick. Can you come back on either the 12th or the 15th?
I can do the 12th.
Okay, we'll put you down for the 12th.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. May we be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, you may. Have a good day.
Thank you. Mr. Williams, I'll be in touch with you, okay?
Okay.
You're good to go.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. You have a good day.
Thank you.
Click to sign.
Yes, sir. A lot of self-control and patience.
Oh, review and sign.
Yes, sir.
Oh, this one.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Right like this.
I'm not minimizing my guilt.
Where is it? I can get the guard to do that. I don't know, because I'm on the main screen right now.
I will go to work.
Sir?
Yes, sir.
Judge, I think the clerk sent you a chat. Do you know how to check your chat?
Yeah, I did. I just read it. Actually, can we get in a breakout room? I need to ask you something about that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Judge, Derek is here, and I think Bobby Gibbia is out of the breakout room as well.
Okay, is Derek in a breakout room already also? Or
No,
no?
he just zoomed in.
Derek, are you out there?
I am, Judge. Sorry about being late. I had several Zoom hearings this morning are going on right now, so apologize.
Okay, so what are we doing on Nathaniel Book?
Probably need to go to a breakout room with one of the prosecutors. I was just appointed. This is my first setting. Today is an older case, but I was appointed off the system because I guess his other attorney withdrew.
Okay. Okay, it's an old case, you're right. It's got 7
It is.
Okay.
But it's brand
have
new to me.
Have you conferred with your client on the case?
I've talked to him a couple times, Judge, but I've not conferred with the prosecutor on the case at all.
All right, well, we'll get you in a breakout room. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Derek, I put you in 2.
Okay, thank you. Norman, did you get the message that I was going to be running late today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
Did William Brooks ever come back from a breakout room on his case? Mosley?
He's still in the breakout room, Judge.
Oh, okay, thank you. There's a compliance hearing. Do we want to take that up?
She hasn't shown up, Judge.
Oh, I see. That's not good.
No, and that was part of the issue from probation.
Oh,
Judge Boyd said to set her for today, and if she didn't show up, then we'll let probation move forward with the violation report.
Okay, sounds good. Good plan.
Judge, this is Sean Sheffield.
Yes.
Your Honor, I have conferred with Meredith. And Your Honor, I apologize. I've got to jump to another Zoom, but I need to speak to my client regarding a offer. If there's any way I can come back, say in a week or two on this.
Okay.
I'm hoping we can work this out, Judge.
Okay. And you don't have time to come back tomorrow?
No, Your Honor, I apologize. I've been holding back on a couple other ones I've got to jump onto. A CPS case that keep calling me on.
But you do have an offer on this case?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes,
Okay.
Your Honor.
All right. Do you want to come back next week then?
That should be okay, Judge.
Can we reset it for next week, Norma?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's do
Rashawn,
that.
she was asking if you can come back tomorrow.
Yeah. Do you not want to?
I apologize. I've got a doctor's appointment tomorrow. If next Wednesday would work out great if we could.
That's fine. We'll do next Wednesday.
Okay, perfect.
Very good.
Thank you.
You're
Y'all take care.
You too.
And my client can be excused also, Your Honor?
Yes.
Thank you, Judge. Y'all take care.
Mhm.
Hey, Rebecca, I had a quick question for you about something. Can we go into a breakout room?
Yeah, just let me know where.
Okay, I'll assign you.
Okay.
Norma, have you heard anything on that setting on a Jesse Jones with Shannon Locke?
Judge, I accidentally put it on this docket. It was set for tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
So that's off the docket.
Okay, thanks.
Bobby, are you back from the breakout room?
I am. I have Miss Sherry Cooper. She's in custody.
Hold on. All right, so what's happening?
Your Honor, we're asking for a reset or a continuance on Miss Cooper. Hunter, the ADA work in the case, and I have conferred. Miss Cooper was out on bond here recently, and while out on bond, it appears as though she has picked up a number of new cases which are under investigation. I don't know whether they're night mags or not, or whether Hunter just has them as sealed cases. But there was an incident in a hotel room on I-35 outside Selma where a number of which may result in a rather significant case for her. So the state's asking for a little more time to do some investigation and get us some discovery on that.
So that's something separate and apart from the unauthorized use that's on the docket?
It is.
So, and the other cases are unindicted, or are they unindicted?
It looks like they may even be sealed cases that haven't been filed yet.
Okay. Will you tell me why we couldn't proceed on the unauthorized use? It does a state.
I'm ready.
Tell me what you're ready. Okay. Hunter, is he available?
Your Honor, he's on the phone right now. Is it something I can help with, or can it wait for a couple minutes?
Wait for a couple minutes. Hang in there for a little bit, Gebbia, until we can get Hunter. I just have a question.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Judge, may I give you an announcement?
Yes.
I've got Mr. Mosley, Your Honor, Randolph Mosley.
Okay.
I've conferred with both Ms. Hayden and Mr. Garcia this morning. I have an offer. I've spoken to Mr. Mosley. It is a first setting.
Okay.
So I would be asking the court for a regular reset if we could.
Okay. And did he just have one case on the docket today?
Yes, Judge, there's a
The evading?
single indictment with 3 counts. And this is,
Oh.
you know what, Judge, there may be, let me check my schedule.
Because there's one that says assault, family choking, and then an evading arrest.
Correct, Judge. So there's 2. There's
Okay.
2021, 8753, and 9055.
Okay, all right. You're right. They're both first settings. You've conferred with the state. Have you been given offers on the cases?
I have, Judge.
Okay, all right. So what is your request of the court?
If I could have a regular reset, it's a relatively new arrest itself, Judge. I think it's a couple of months old, and I just need to work through some stuff with Mr. Mosley and with the state a bit more if I could.
Okay, very well. It's granted. Could you give him a reset date, please, Norma?
November 30th.
Perfect.
Okay.
May we be excused, Judge?
You may. You have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Do we have a contested MTR set at 2 o'clock this afternoon? Okay.
Oh yeah, Norma, did Kathy Compton check in for that other one?
No, I emailed her and tried to contact her. I'm trying to get a hold of her to see if she can come in before lunch. Judge, there's an agreement on one of the contested MTRs, so I'm trying to get her in before lunchtime.
Okay, and the other one? Charlie Perkins with Fernando Ramos. That's set at 2:00.
Yeah.
I think they're also trying to work that one out, Judge, but it's either going to work out today or it's going to need a reset based on some, I don't know what the background noise is. There are some labs that are still outstanding on the new number one.
Okay.
Nathaniel Book, can you go to breakout room 2 with your attorney?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
I was asking one of the defendants to go to the breakout room with his attorney.
Oh, I see.
Man, I got another invite. I can't seem to access the breakout rooms.
Were you able to get him in a breakout room, Marcus?
He went and then he came back.
Oh.
I was about to once.
Yeah, you're in 2 now. You should be able to go there.
I'm having an invite for that room. I can't seem to access the breakout rooms.
Are you not able to go to the breakout room?
No, sir. I was asking if I was sorry if I was requesting if I get a like a prompt to join it. I can't seem to click the breakout room section, and it won't allow me to open anything.
Okay, I'll ask your attorney to just come back to the main room.
Norma, do you have a moment? Hey, Norma.
Hey, Derek, I'm sorry, I was on the phone. Go ahead.
Oh, no problem. On Nathaniel Book, Marcus and I talked. We don't have anything worked out at this point. I still need to go over some more of the discovery myself and talk to my client about it. Marcus did give me an offer date, which I guess was related to the previous attorney, which was, Marcus told me who it was, Jesus Lopez. And I guess he withdrew off the case. That's when I got appointed. So I need to visit with my client on the offer. I don't think he's going to take the offer, but I do need to review it and go over it with him. So it's possible to get a normal reset, and we should have a decision by that point on what we're gonna do.
Did you hear that, Judge?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you don't want to get in a breakout room with him right now, Derek?
Judge, I've been talking to him on the phone, and apparently he can't figure out how to join the breakout room, so I'm just gonna call him as soon as
Oh,
I
okay.
get out of the Zoom meeting and call him and talk to him about it.
Okay, that's
Mark
fine.
had tried to put us together in a breakout room, but he wasn't able to.
It didn't
get
work.
in. Right.
All right, then let's give him a 30-day reset.
We can do the 30th, Judge, November 30th.
Okay.
That works.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I hope your client heard us.
I'm gonna call him anyway, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Am I excused, ma'am?
Yes, you are.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Judge, did you have a question for me?
I did, and I'm trying to remember who the attorney was.
Robert Gebbia, Your Honor, and it was on Sherry Cooper. She has some new cases that are being investigated, and you had a question about the pending unauthorized use vehicle.
Right.
She is currently in custody.
Okay, oh, so, all right, so she's in custody. She's got that unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. It's on its 5th setting, and now she may, or possibly has some sealed cases that may be coming down the pike, but whatever. So I guess my question is, State, what is the reason for needing to continue the unauthorized use? Or is there an offer on the case? Is it a
There is.
situation? There is, okay. And do you know, Mr. Gebbia, if your client wants to take the offer, or if it's something that was probably going to end up on the trial docket anyway, or do you know?
Well, that's a good question, Judge, but I think the answer to that is pretty obvious from the defense's perspective. I don't think it's in her best interest to enter into any offer while there's other stuff out there, right? I mean, that could just end up creating a lot of problems for her. If there's going to be a new charge, it's incumbent upon her to see everything that's out there and enter into a deal that's going to take everything into consideration rather than just taking something while something else is going to be lingering out there.
Yeah. Although the case is well, it's got 5 settings. I don't know how old it is because it does say 2021. So Hunter, could you weigh in on this a little bit, please?
Yes, Judge. So an offer was made on the unauthorized use, looks like back in March.
Okay.
And on September 22nd, these 2 new cases popped up. It's a 2nd-degree tampering and a 1st-degree fraud use, which means 50 plus items of identifying information. So considerable follow-up investigation, but I just reached out to intake to see if we currently have any additional evidence that's been submitted. If not, I'll reach out to Selma to see if we can at least get an idea of what we're working with on the new 1st degree.
Okay.
So hopefully we can make an offer by the next setting that'll wrap everything up. But again, that's 50 plus items, potentially numerous victims.
All right. Okay, very well. Then I'll go ahead and grant the reset. And just get a date from Norma, please. And your client, oh, go ahead.
We can do the 29th or the 30th.
Robert, November, you're muted, I think.
I have no preference, Judge.
So
We'll do the 30th then.
okay, November 30th. And your client, was she hearing? I mean, did you get to talk to her today?
I would like to speak to her in a breakout room, Judge. I see her on the screen there. And if we could be excused from the breakout room, that would be preferable.
Okay. Do you need her to come back to the main room, Norma, before she leaves?
Yes, please.
Yes,
All right.
okay.
I'll let her know.
So go ahead and put them in a breakout room then. And then you're excused after that, Bobby.
Thank you, Judge. Nice to see you.
Good to see you too.
And Judge Frank Sandoval is here.
Okay. Mr. Sandoval,
Good morning, Your Honor.
good morning. How are you?
Good, thank you. Thank
Who
you
is-
for asking.
Oh, and who are you here on today? Who's
It's
your?
on Mr. Velasco. It's an MTR.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
And I was looking for my notes. I believe I've already had an email from the probation on it.
Okay, Mr. Velasquez, and what do you want to do today then?
Your Honor, I've tried to set up, and I've attended remote visits with him. If he's available, I'd like to speak to him.
Okay.
Because he is, for whatever reason, I don't want to assign any responsibility, but he wasn't at the remote visits I had set up.
Okay, so Norma, can you put Mr. Sandoval in a breakout room with his client, Mr. Velasquez?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
We'll put you in 3.
Thank you, Ms. Norma.
You're welcome.
Did someone come in for John Young on that Stephen Chandler case? Or I mean, Michael Young? Or did he come in? I just don't remember seeing him. Stephen
Christina
Chandler.
McDonald.
Oh, okay.
It was Christina.
Is it child diversion, I think, money issue or?
Yeah, that was Christine McDonald.
Okay.
Here to pay the restitution.
Okay, thank you. Did I see there's a Javier Doxy, and he was supposed to complete.
I already spoke with him. I just needed to get him to sign paperwork.
Oh, okay. Well, there's not a whole lot left. There were several names where they didn't show up and we were going to give them till noon. Would you all be keeping, do you know if any of them have come in yet or not? Or should I read through the names and see if they ever showed up?
To be honest, Judge, I have not been paying attention to who was coming back at 12.
Okay, so I'm just going to read the names out. It's close enough to 12, just so we can not leave that as a loose end. A Nicole Shubiak, that's Tilden's client. Are you out there, Ms. Shubiak? If you are, please answer up. And there was Luke Cantu. Are you out there? Samantha Alvarez. Answer up if you're there, Samantha Alvarez. Esmeralda Valdez, answer up if you're out there, please. And let's see. All right, there was a compliance hearing set. She's a no-show, Michelle Garzas. And I believe that Robert Gowan's client was not present. Joseph Glass, are you out there? Okay, so those will be bond forfeitures. Okay.
Judge, I submitted some dismissals too.
Oh, okay.
In your inbox from the MTR.
Okay, thanks. Let me have a look.
I apologize. This is Frankie Sandoval. If we are in a lull, I'm back from conferring with my client if the state or probation is available on this MTR.
All right, do you want to get in a breakout room with the state?
I appreciate it. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Norma, can you put them in a breakout room?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Judge, which case?
I'm
Is he
sorry?
on Nestor Velasquez?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Will you move them, Hunter?
Yes, ma'am, I'll move him.
Okay.
Judge, I was just sending the reminds for the stuff that we're still pending, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Norma, it's Bobby. When you have a minute, can we chat about Miss Cooper?
Yes, go ahead.
So I did speak to Miss Cooper and I looked into her cases a little bit. It appears that the system has appointed Kathy Compton to her new cases. I doubt they were set today because they are, pre-indictment and whatnot. But I thought I heard you mention that Kathy Compton was going to be coming on. So I thought maybe I'd wait a little bit for Kathy, or if Miss Cooper could wait to speak to Kathy about her cases too. But if Kathy's not coming on, that's fine. But I thought I heard someone say that she was going to be coming on.
Yeah, if you give me just a moment, I'm going to give her a call right now. I'm trying to see if her client, the case is supposed to be set at 2 to see if they can get her in. But she's having a hard time getting a hold of her client right now.
Yes.
So let me just figure something out.
Cool. I'll be here.
Is Frank Sandoval still in a breakout room with the state?
Yes, ma'am.
I think we should break for lunch. Trying to see if we can contact Frank Sandoval and the state and see if they want to keep conferring and then be back at 2 o'clock or what. I think we can. Somebody can text the state and ask them that question.
Judge, I'll go in the room and talk to him.
Okay, thanks.
Judge, they were still conferring. He hadn't given him an offer yet, but I told him that the court was going to break for lunch and we'll come back at 2.
Okay, that's
And
good.
he said,
All right, sounds good. Norma?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, as near as I can tell, aside from those 2 MTRs that are set at 2:00, it's just Frank who's still conferring with the state. So I kind of want to break for lunch, come back at 2:00, and then they can let us know what they want to do. Frank can let us know what he wants to do, and you can let me know if we're still going to do those contested MTRs or not.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, I don't think Kathy is still trying to get a hold of her client, Judge. And
Mhm.
she's not able to get a hold of her client.
Okay. So it's set
She
for.
doesn't know. Yeah, she said
And
she don't know. if
Judge,
she's
just to
even
let you
gonna show up.
know, I've been in contact with Kathy like prior to today, on and off about this case. So we did have an agreement that was gonna mean that we did not need a contested. Sometimes the contested gets set because there's been too many resets, but that wasn't the original intent. The only issue is like, she's actually having a hard time getting a hold of her to show up on Zoom. I don't know what that issue is. That's Kathy's issue, but just to let you know what's going on. It was not our intent to have a contested. We have an agreement.
Okay. So I guess what that we remain with there is if the client's doesn't show up, it's a bond forfeiture, or if they do show up, we can take care of it real quick, right?
Right. And I can call Kathy too, to let her know what's going on.
And then what about the second one, the other motion to revoke, contested, that's set for this afternoon? Do you know anything about that one?
Hunter was working on that one with the attorney and had given an offer. The issue, again, it's not going to be contested in the sense that the new number 1, we still don't have the labs back. So we would need a reset if it is going to be contested, but it's possible he could take our offer, but I don't know that he's shown up though.
Okay. All right. We'll find all that out at 2:00, I guess.
Okay.
Okay. I'll see you then.
Thanks, Judge.
You're welcome.
Norma,
Yes, ma'am.
I think all the family violence cases are done, but just let us know if we need to hop on later.
Okay, thank you.
I'm also going to log off. Norma, if you need me for whatever reason, just give me a holler. I'll be working all day.
All right, is your client still here? Did they send her back?
I don't know. I don't see her in the main session. I don't know if she's in the breakout room or not. I could check the breakout room real quick.
No, she's not there. I think she went back already.
I guess he left.
Yeah.
You're in the break.
Yeah, she's gone. Bobby, I think they took her.
Okay. Yeah, I was just figuring, if Kathy was going to be here, I could kind of get Kathy up to speed on what's going on, but I'll just give her a call.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Y'all have a wonderful day.
You too, Bobby. Bye-bye.
Okay, Norma, I'll see you at 2 or call me if you need me.
Do you know Velasquez? You know what was going to happen on Velasquez? I'm sorry, I was on the phone. Oh, they don't know yet. Never
They're
mind.
still conferring.
Okay.
Yeah, they're in the breakout room.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'll be back.